like, oh, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that.
Hey guys, it's Jake from Team Insanity. Have some DM14 footage here for you guys. Now in this game, this was a free-for-all. There was 6 people or 5 people, I can't really remember, one of the two. And we all each had one flag. As you can see, that big red thing, that is my flag on my base.
Yeah.
This is my base right here. The other guy started on the other side of the 2-story, way back there, sort of, by this little rock pile. Could sort of see him, and I sort of couldn't. And there's another kid that started behind me, another kid that started at the sniper tower, someone else that started at the church, and I started getting shot at from behind, and I forgot that there was someone's base over there. So I was like, yeah, might as well move. But I also had someone in front of me, so. Now in this game, since it was a free-for-all, when you get shot, now, there I shoot a rope. But in this game, I'm checking my back just to make sure. You have to win the game. You have to go get 2 other flags. So 3 flags total, and have 3 flags on your base to win the game. So that means you have to go out, eliminate 2 players, and take their flags from their base. But the thing is, when you get shot out, when you get hit, what you have to do is you have to sit down, and Phil, the referee, will count a 60-second countdown until you can basically reinsert. You sit down right where you're at. He'll ask you if you're ready, and then you can restart. And the guy was right in front of me, sort of at his base, and there's so many trees and so many sticks and leaves this time of year because of how grown up it is. And I eat his paint. I got shot right there.
Hey, ref, paint check!
But it bounced, and I thought I got hit on my pack. That's why I was really calling a paint check for. And Phil was just lazy and was just like, you know what? I'll just make it easy, and I'll just call you both out. And then when I took the time to sit there and actually check my pack, I wasn't really hit. But it's whatever. It's, you know, I mean, whatever. Phil was just lazy and didn't want to walk over there. It's fine. Don't care. So yeah, I have to sit down for 60 seconds until he calls me back in. But the other guy that I shot at, I also took him out. Now, what you can't see on camera is because he's sort of sitting down, is where he's at. He's literally right at my 12, about 30 yards-ish away, about right where that red shirt just popped up, right where Phil's at. He's right out there, and Phil was kind of just sort of watching him and guarding him with the countdown. So we were still looking right at each other as we were about to respawn.
I wanted that flag.
And what he did is the guy captured one of the flags and took it into the trenches, and then Phil took it back to the original base, and I kind of wanted to go get it because that would have made 3 flags if I would have got the other guy's flag, but whatever. So I know people are going to ask me how I like the DM14. I like it. The ergonomics, a little weird, not going to lie. It's a little bit fatter in the hands than my DM13, or my DM12. I don't have a 13, but yeah. It's a little bit fatter. And I'm back in, and he calls us in. And I go chasing after the guy. And I ended up taking him out. Now, if you guys don't know, follow us on Snapchat. And there was a guy in the bunker, in the whatchamacallit, in the trenches. Now, if you guys don't know, we do have a Snapchat for new people that don't know. We do instant vlog things. It's not a place to ask us questions. If you want to ask us questions, do it in the Ask Us Anything video, or the maybe not even the Ask Us video. You can ask us on Facebook too if you want an instant reply. But when people send me paragraphs through 3-second pictures on Snapchat, and I can't even read a quarter of it, obviously you're not going to get your question answered, and I can't sit there and have a conversation through selfies. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. It's just obsolete. That's not what we made the Snapchat for. We didn't make it to answer questions. We made the Snapchat to, you know, do instant vlogs and maybe say, hey guys, send us a picture of your cool guns and that kind of stuff. And it is Team Insanity PB. That's all it is. No spaces, no caps, no nothing.
Hey Phil, let him move because I can shoot him from right here.
What Phil was doing was taking the guy that was out that I shot out on the 60-second timer
No,
thingy.
move him farther back in the woods. I can hit him from right here.
He kind of took him and like put him to my left. Now I don't know what Phil was thinking. I was a better player than him. I mean, he wasn't a new player, but he wasn't
I suppose
an amazingly experienced player either. You know what I mean? He wasn't like, I've obviously been playing out there a lot longer than him, and I've been, you know, I have a little bit better equipment than him. He, you know, he wasn't renting. He had his own stuff, but I'm just like, Phil, move him away from me because I can shoot him from right where he was putting him to respawn. I wanted to give the guy like a chance. That's not really fair, you know, to that guy that he, you know, has to actually go and just keep on getting spawn killed by me. I wanted to play somewhat fair. That just kind of seemed cheap in my eyes. That just kind of seemed stupid. Now what I was doing was that guy just kind of walked away. And I left the flag at his base. I wasn't too worried about it. I was going to sit here and kind of guard my flag in his flag. So I'm trying to like sort of slowly walk back to check my base and make sure that my flag was still there, because if it wasn't, then that means I would have to go get 3 flags on my own. So right now I have 1 flag in my possession. I have to get 2 more. So that'd be a pain in the ass if my flag was gone. So I decided, I knew there was someone still in the church. I saw someone make a bump from the trenches to go to the church. So what I did is, I know I've been playing at this field for a while, so I sort of knew if I get into the 2-story and up top on 2-story, I can be able to take out that person in the church. And I knew that guy where he was at. He was in the back of the woods. The guy that I was spawn killing earlier. You're gonna need to know where he was at earlier. The guy that I knocked out, the first guy. You'll see. I started getting shot at just a teeny bit, and Phil took that flag back to his base. So now I had that flag right in front of me. Phil was saying,
Yeah.
Jake, the flag's over here. Jake, the flag's
Yeah.
over here. Just to let me know that he's resetting the flag. And I knew where the guy was at. I'm looking at him. He was sort of like behind that one pillbox in the trenches, sort of. Like that bunker to the left, if you guys know where I'm talking. Like, you see all those trenches right in there. There's one very up front by the bridge. Not that one, it's towards the left. He was sort of in the woods going after the person in the church. Now, I didn't have a clear shot on the person in the church yet because he was doing something else. He was shooting someplace else. And then all of a sudden, I see them stick their butt out. And now that guy is going back on the attack to church, and I see him all of a sudden stick their butt out. And I shot him like a gazillion times right there on his pack until he finally was just like, oh, look, I'm out. And then he was out. So now that guy's out. I had no idea what the other 2 people were doing, or the other 2 or 3 people were doing.
Cover the nuts.
And I was covering my nuts as I'm coming down, because the first time I ever played, I got shot right above my nuts from one of the kids at Jacob's. This was a private party. I got shot right above my nuts. It was almost right there. It was really close. It scared the shit out of me. But I always cover them coming down. Now that person was out at their base, and I knew that guy was going to come and take that flag and bring it back to his base. So if he carried that flag back to his base, that would mean that there would be 2 flags at his base. So I got down from the sniper tower, from the 2-story, and waited for him to go grab that flag and bring it back to his base. So I'm sitting here guarding his base. He didn't know that I was guarding his base. He moved away. So I was sitting here waiting, hoping that he was going to go grab the flag and bring it back to his base. And look who comes back to the base with his flag. So I shot him until he called out, and then I just saw that he had a flag. I ran over to his base. I took his flag. I took the flag that he had in his hands. I accidentally shot him in the nuts. It wasn't like in his nuts, but it was right above it to where, you know, it's like right before your dick, but you know. And so I took the 2 flags that I had right back to my base, and game is over. So, thanks for watching, guys. More DM14 footage coming soon. Maybe a review if I can get my hands on the gun a little bit more. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, add us on Snapchat and Facebook. Peace.